Finally took the sticker off the car. You know what? I didn't want to. It looks so good on there. My baby's just sort of sitting in here. 2 weeks I've been crook and I'm back on. Yeah, by the way, this is not how there's seats under there for this Corvette rug for now. It does have a roof, you know, you could just put the roof on, wouldn't you? Anyway, all right, now let's get to what this video should be about versus my obsession with cars. I also have another obsession. Look at this. 2 more boxes in from South Africa. Let's call it 3. Started to open this one the other day, but I was just not feeling the best. Out of Cape Town. I don't do a South African accent. South Africa. Cape Town, South Africa. David, did I do that any good? I don't know. Now, to give you an idea, this came surface mail. We've been doing some experiments with surface mail versus air mail. Air mail, 3 times the cost. And still takes, 8 to 12 weeks. Surface mail. Let's have a look. What's the date on this? Hang on. Sorry about me sniffling. I'm still getting over this thing. There's a date on here. Look at that. 14th of September. And this came in the last, I reckon this arrived last week of December. So 3 months. So, what is the lesson out of this? It doesn't take any longer or shorter, and it costs a third of the price to get things over from South Africa. Anyway, now, I've had a sneak look at the top of this box, and this is a real unboxing video that I can't remember for the life of me. A lot of what the lease-ons that you're seeing, that I do remember that, but the rest, oh boy. So we are going to have an unboxing together. I'm going to have to start a little bit on this one, and a lot of this is going to be a mystery to me. A lot of new old stock bits and pieces. What's better than 1 lease-on? 2 lease-ons. What's better than 2 lease-ons? Obviously 3. My goodness. All right. So most of you know what they are. Also, you may know how rare they are, sitting in boxes, and like they are. They're really very rare. Okay, I need to take some plastic off some things first, I think. Otherwise, we're going to battle along here. So we're going to go through 3 boxes, and I'll try and cut this video a bit shorter by not making you watch me unwrap too much without saving you a bit of time. Now, the thing about stuff that comes over from David, he's a good mate of mine in South Africa, and do appreciate everything you do, David, is that they're generally things you don't see every day of the week. Doesn't make them unobtainable, although we've had a couple of unobtainables from David. But the Midland 7001 is definitely a radio you're not going to see every day of the week. Beautiful, isn't it? Absolutely beautiful condition. I haven't started taking the mics out yet. So it looks like a Turner mic in there. Oh, okay, let's have a look. And we'll obviously do some fire-up videos of these, all sort of working, and show you what they do. But look at that Midland mic, absolutely beautiful. Okay, just had to get rid of a dog that, not get rid of, that doesn't sound right. Customer's picking up a dog. So this video's had a bit of interruption, but there you go. Turner M, put my glasses back, M+2U, beautiful condition. It really is. There we go, more plastic. Now, I'll show you the back of this one first. You're going to see the sticker. But do you recognise what this is sort of from the back? Well, we definitely had something very similar put out here in Australia called the Super Bengal Mark II. And Roadstar, basically, well, who knows who rebranded what, to be honest. Good point. But anyway, they came out in various different forms, and this is the Roadstar sideband unit. Now, as a precaution, because they're sent with various voltages, etc., no chance to to get the voltage wrong or the connector wrong. We always redo a connector on them. But being South Africa, they are 220 volts, so that's not a power supply change, but it obviously definitely is a big, humongous. They don't muck around with their. I mean, can you imagine how much current you can pull through these things? Jeez. Anyway, so Roadstar 510, aren't they? Yeah, RS 510, and we'll obviously fire up some volts on it. We normally fire them up on 12 volts first, just have a quick look. Then we have a look at the power supply, make sure everything's okay. But generally with David, there's never an issue at all. Yeah. Okay, so that's one box sorted. All right. Okay, well, let's get to box, which one? The next one, the top one. And again, you can see Cape Town, South Africa, 9 kilos. Very clever. David's packing is incredible. He never had a breakage, never had anything because he packs so well, really does. And if you're wondering how much it costs to send surface mail, 776 Rand. So you have to do the conversion, but it wasn't a lot of money at all. Compared to the US and Europe and UK, right now, surface mail, to be honest, I haven't tried surface mail out in any other countries, but South Africa, bring it in surface mail. Trust me, you'll save a fortune. It won't take that much longer, if any longer. And just a side comment, you may say to me, you must know what's in these boxes. No. We bring in so much equipment from all over the world. If you asked me the day after, maybe I might have remembered, I don't know. But once we get to a bit of time, I think I'm going to need 2 hands. But once we get to a bit of time, I don't remember a thing. So far I've unwrapped a Midland mic, which I don't remember a Midland radio coming out with this mic. So we're going to need to have a look, find out what Midland radio is in there, because the life of me cannot remember. Now I do remember, because this is not a radio you're going to see very often. This is a Midland 78574, and I can't believe that I didn't remember this was part of them, because you don't see a lot of 78574s. Beautiful, beautiful radio, real classic. And yes, sorry David, I'd forgotten all about this one. Well, you know what, makes it a surprise for me too, doesn't it? But geez, yeah, no, that's beautiful condition, 1970s. We'll fire that one up, give it a full test and do a video on this, because you won't see too many of those, that's for sure. And a couple of SBE Console 6 microphones. These things go well on them, and one in really good nick, the other one a bit of a restore job, you know, pull it apart, Paul sort of could fix up the little bit around here, but this one here very clean, so yeah, well done, nice. Which brings us to box number 3. How many kilos in box number 3? Let's have a look here. 9.7, so you know, very clever in the fact that David makes his boxes so that they're not too silly, so that if they get thrown around, they're not going to get wrecked. Once again, no idea what's in this box, but we'll see. Oh, I think I know what that is though. Hang on, just get rid of it. Look at all this bubble wrap. David, he bubble wraps incredibly well. That is incredible. I can see what's underneath here. Let me just pull it out. Look at these original manuals. SBE Console 6. Now, a bit of a story there. I actually have David's original SBE Console 6. Sidebander 2. I have an original Sidebander 2 as well. My goodness. I can't remember with David's Console 6 whether we got a book or not. This might be the book for it. It's, you know, David probably explained it to me. I'm hopeless. Look at these beautiful old, they're all original. Now the old sales spiel for the Console 6, and people that know me know that it's one of my favourite radios. I've got a beautiful one that David sent me, and I've also got the matching Sidebander 6 as well, with all the keypad on the front as well. 639, another one that we've got, but didn't have a book, so well done. The Ultimate Modification Bible, look at that, they were $59.95 back in the day. Gee whiz, that's and look at all these old mods, and seriously, they're time savers, they really are. Quite a bit of a Lenco gear in there, even Collins, Drake. Actually, this has got a bit of, this is more amateur radio actually. I didn't read that very well, did I? Yeah, this is, although it looks to be, that's a bit of everything, because no, it's RCI modification section, Siltronics, no, it's a bit of absolutely everything. Didn't know this book existed. Thanks David, incredible. Look at that. I mean, I know the internet is there these days and you can just about Google anything, but I love stuff like this. I just do. Some Postmaster General stuff out of South Africa, and South African locality slang. Oh goodness. CB tune-up manual master. Oh, David, thanks. I didn't know you were sending me these. Thank you. These will go with all our SAMS manuals and everything else. Look at this, all 028, 858 chip assembly stuff. 871. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, this is. We would have killed for this stuff when we were younger. Had to work it all out back then. There was no internet. Once again. Oh yeah, stuff on the DAX as well, which is I've got about 5 or 6 DAX here, so it'd be nice to get some hints. And this is great. I got to say, that is probably, the radios aside, and they're lovely. This is the thing that I treasure even more. I love paperwork, I really do. All right, last but not least, what else have we got? Well, we're saving one of the best radios that I think were ever made for last, and it's a beautiful condition. Midland 78999, absolutely beautiful condition. Just, yeah. What can I say? These radios, they're classics. I've actually got one other that's going to be heading off to a mate of mine, Tony, I believe, up in Queensland. And I sort of knew this one was coming, so I could sort of let my other one go. And but we'll always keep a 78999 in the mix here, just in my personal collection. Yeah, a lot of you know that we're selling off a lot of our own like the collection stuff, but then there's my personal collection. That's a little different again, where I really enjoy just I'm not going to keep I think we ended up with about 25 or 2700 radios at one stage, down to about 1200 at the moment. I'm keeping, well, on top of that 1200, there's probably about 300 or 400 of my own that that will stay here and be a bit of fun to play with. But yeah, it did get a bit insane, as everybody knows. Anyone that's been here knows the insanity, and this is only one area, so it is a bit crazy. But anyway, that's the 78999. I think great way to finish off, but it's nice to have its little brother, the 78574, because I'm telling you, these are reasonably rare. That's extremely rare. So it's all about just sort of what personal taste is. That the 78999, I think was very popular with its dual meter and 3 meters, to be fair, versus the single meter here. But this was a lovely compact 40 channel sideband that just was very, very popular. Obviously the AB switch on the 78999 was very, very popular, and I haven't checked, but it'd be very interesting to check the board sets. I would not be surprised if they're extremely similar board sets, but I won't make that claim just yet. All right, well, just so you know, that's what 3 boxes amounts to. And you might say, why does it take 3 big boxes to get all this over? Well, if you're going to get it over safely, and it takes 3 big boxes, trust me, you don't want to try and put it all in one box. Or something that David's been so good at is getting stuff here in one piece. And to be fair, half the boxes are full of bubble wrap that David does, and that's really. And I'll give you another example. So have a look at this. See, this is box within a box. I mean, double boxes. He does so many things. There's double box. It just, yeah, and it just saves any surprises. I would always say, if something happens to one of David's radios coming over from South Africa, I just wasn't meant to have it, sort of. But yeah, anyway, something I thought I should do, and it's all nice to show you boxes. But looking at nearly, new-looking Nissan TW232s, and they've all been used here. I don't want to call them new, but I tell you what, when you see some of the states of a 232 and what they can become in time, I'm just trying to think if I've got one here. Hang on, I might be able to show you. All right, so this is obviously a good example of maybe not so good TW232. They often got scratched up and battered up all around the place. And they're repaintable and they're fixable and blah blah blah. But yeah, so that's example of right. So by contrast, when you start to see something like this with boxes and everything, you start to think, that's what they used to look like, And look, the Nissan, I didn't mind it as a mic. A lot of people love them to the point of, you know, they will talk to the fact that they like it better than a Turner, better than an Electro Voice, better than, you know, and I think those people maybe are a little insane, going a little bit too far. They're a good mic, you know, but let's not go too silly. But they are a mic that is iconic and part of the CB era. We used to have at Jensen Electronics at Prospect Road, Prospect. Steve Jensen, my boss, when I was an apprentice there, we used to have like 50 of these lying around constantly. And back in the day, I think they were $69.95. I think people still whinged about the price. Now you can't buy one like this under $500. You know, it's crazy. It's just what the market is. But and you may think I'm kidding there, but I would challenge you to go and search eBay, and you'll go, huh, maybe not so silly. Anyway, but yeah, the origins of $69.95. I'm trying to remember where we got these out of, whether we got them out of Hitachi or back in the day. Yeah, not sure. We had various suppliers from, most of our stuff came out of Hitachi or down in GFS. A lot of the SX200 stuff and that came out of GFS in Melbourne. Trying to remember, we had a WA supplier too, Bob 7RX, you'd know who that was. Put it in the comments file. There was somebody that wholesaled a fair bit in WA. Anyway, this is all 1980s stuff I'm talking about, so if you're a millennial, you'll have no idea what I'm talking about. And if you're my age, you'll probably click to everything I'm saying. Sorry about the fan noise, but it's a hot day out here and I'm still getting over the flu, and I sort of thought just to cool things down a bit would be nice. And even opened up the big roller door just to make sure that, you know, we've got a lot of the other cars that are in the shed next door at the moment. That is jam-packed full. We'll do a video on that soon, just where we're up to on certain cars. But we're getting there, but having 2 weeks off didn't help much. Alright, there you go. That is the whole point of this video. Unboxing a few bits and pieces that have come over from my good friend David de Kock over in South Africa. And my many thanks to him. This is not my first shipment, certainly way not quite a few shipments, and it won't be my last, I guarantee you that. As much as I keep saying I'm getting out of certain things, there's certain things that just, I don't know, I find very attractive, you know. Just the quality of David's equipment, you can't lose when you're starting to get stuff this clean, and it's very good to me. Alright, 73s. And this video went a little bit over time to what I wanted, but hey, it's a bit of quality gear. All the best. Hope everyone is having a good 2024. Hope your Christmas went well. I was in bed for it, unfortunately. Not the heart this time, a bad virus. And I've only been out of bed a couple of days, so just starting to get moving around. But hope everyone has a great 2024. We've got to do the draw for that last radio, which is sitting over here somewhere. My apologies, but we just got the SBE console, SBE2 prize for YouTube channel. Yep, that's ready to go. So we'll get that drawn in the next few days. I did fall behind. I promised to do that before Christmas, but didn't quite get there. But anyway, all right, 73s guys, all the best. Thanks for having a look at this video. Please hit the like button, and if you can, hit the subscribe. We're only got about 30% of people looking at videos that are actually subscribed at the moment. So if you can hit the subscribe, it helps us a lot and gets us moving a bit. So really appreciate it. All right, 73s, all the best. Cheers.